What's up, fam? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is going to be Basketball Wives, Season 7, Episode 14. So this is really like a transition filler episode to get them from LA to Amsterdam, and I guess they're going to be in Amsterdam for probably the next 2 episodes, I guess. We start off, we see Jackie and Malaysia. They're just kind of talking about the trip and who's going, who's not going, why they going, why they not going. Kristen, Cece. Let me tell you something. I'm so over the whole Kristen and Cece thing. I don't care. I don't know, and I don't want to know. I'm over it. And Malaysia's over it too. Malaysia said, "Look, they got some real big issues that go beyond this dumb shit on this show that they really need to deal with. And at this point, I'm over it. Like I'm just sick of trying to talk to them about it. And I feel the same way. I'm over it. So anyway, there's that. OG's man comes home to surprise her. He ain't supposed to be home for another couple of weeks. He came home early. And she's like, oh my goodness, things have been kind of weird between us since I kind of gave him that ultimatum, but maybe he's here to give me a ring. No, no, he not there to give you no ring. He there to give you a key. That is the oldest damn trick in the book. When a woman tells a man, look, I'm ready to make that move. I'm ready for that commitment. What's up? It's either me or the highway. You got to get off the pot. My mom would say, either you're going to shit or get off the pot. My mom don't even curse that much, but that's one of her favorite sayings. I don't know why. But, so you gave him an ultimatum, and he was like, shit, she sound like she might really be serious this time. I think maybe she might even decide to leave me. What can I do? Ooh, what can I do? Oh, I got it. I'll tell her, let's move in together, because that's the next step to getting married. And so I'll give her a key rather than a ring. And OG, you fell for it. You were so happy. Oh yes, like I would rather have had a ring, but I know this means that he's committed to our relationship and he's committed to us. No, that means that he's committed to you not leaving him yet. Anyway, still we have Jackie goes to Tammy. She's trying to convince Tammy one last time. Look, she's letting her know, look, Jen ain't going on this trip, so if that's your reason for not going, look, it's just, she not going to be there. Let's go. Let's have a good time. Like, I really want you to go. And I believe that Jackie really does want her to come. I believe that is sincere. And, Tammy is like, look, here's the thing. It ain't about Jennifer, about why I'm not going. It's because I don't never have fun on none of these trips. It's always some drama. It's always some bullshit. And I just ain't got the energy for it. Tammy is so checked out. Tammy is a less dramatic version of Kim Zolciak when she was on last season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Kim was checked out. I think Kim was there either for some sort of contractual obligation or for a check. I think Tammy is there probably for a little bit of both as well. Because at first Tammy wasn't coming back, but now Tammy is here. Now Tammy is doing a better job of filming and being a part of the storyline than Kim is, so I don't want y'all to think I'm comparing her from that point of view. But I just mean she's just checked out. Like, she comes in, she does her scene, she rolls out. Now this whole situation with her and Jen, she definitely brought the fucking drama. Like, she created pretty much the storyline for half of this damn show. But she's checked out of being in a lot of the other shit. You know what I mean? She comes in, she does her thing, she rolls out. She ain't going to no fucking Amsterdam. She not excited by it. She not tripping off of it. It ain't no big deal to her no more, And she's just like, look, I'm going to stay here. Me and Reggie, we good, but we still a little bit shaky. I'm going to stay home. I still haven't talked to the girls and let the girls know that we're not getting married. I gotta have that conversation with them. And, she tells Jackie that, her and Reggie aren't getting married. And of course, Jackie's disappointed because she really likes Reggie. And she knows that Reggie loves Tammy. And she really wants, she really wanted to see them go ahead and take it to that level. But in true friend fashion, she respects and understands where Tammy is coming from. And, she's like, look, hey. If y'all worked it out and y'all happy, it's cool, And then we see Jackie takes OG and um um Cece to a salt detox. I might have to check something like that out. That looks. She said that she likes to do a detox before she goes on her, goes on long trips to just clear your mind and just detox your body and all these good things or what have you. And again, they're just talking about the trip. Cece's talking about her issues with Kristen and her issues with Evelyn, and she's saying how her problem really is with Jennifer, but Evelyn by extension, because Evelyn and Jennifer are sort of like joint at the hip kind of thing. And, she's just like, I feel like me and Evelyn might be able to kind of get along if Jennifer's not around, because I feel like my problem is I have a bigger problem with Jennifer than I do with Evelyn. Yeah. I don't think that's really your problem, Cece, but we're going to find out. Cece going to find out quick that ain't it. And then we have a scene with Shawnee and Evelyn. Evelyn is again trying to convince Shawnee to, let Jennifer go on a trip. And Shawnee's like, nope, hell no, nope, not going to happen, nope, nope, nope. And they talk about Cece or what have you. And Evelyn is just like, I just don't know about Cece. Like, she talked about, my job situation. And, I just don't know how this going to roll out. I don't know how this going to work. So, or was that that might have been last week they had that conversation. Either way, they had that conversation. So, everybody gets on the plane. We're in Amsterdam. Yay. They videoing and everybody's getting off the plane with all they different luggage and Louis this and Louis that and, whatever. And you already have your split. You have Kristen, Shawnee, Evelyn. They talking on the bus. And then you have OG, Cece, and Jackie. In Malaysia. Did I say that? Yeah. And they're over there and they're talking on the bus. And Evelyn is already mumbling about Cece being stank. And she was like, Shawnee, she didn't even speak to you. That's real disrespectful. It's your trip and she can't even speak to you. And, I don't know what her problem is. I don't know what her issue is. And she just looking real stank. She got a stank face. And she's mumbling. And then on the other side, Cece really isn't speaking to people or talking, and she does have a little stank look on her face. You know what I mean? She does kind of have that old frowned up look, but to me she looked like that all the time. And Evelyn is being a little catty and nasty, telling her to suck her dick and telling her she looked dirty and she looked like she stink. Like, she's really taking it to another level. Like, and I do believe there's a part of her that was sort of goading her and wanting Cece to respond, because she wasn't talking that damn low that Cece ain't hear what the fuck she was saying. And that Cece ain't know she was talking about her, or at least have a suspicion she was talking about her. You understand what I'm saying? You know when somebody's talking about you. Like, how that goes down when somebody's having a conversation about you. So, then we see, they just get, they're riding they get to the hotel, they're checking into the room. Of course, it's a really nice room, they're in the presidential suite and all this good stuff, and they decide that, they're talking about what they want to do, and they say that, that they're going to go to dinner that night, and then they'll get into the shenanigans and really start getting into stuff the next day. And again, Cece's not really talking to anybody. She's not really engaged with anybody. She really is sitting there like, real stank, and they talk about Jennifer and Tammy not being on the trip, and they start clowning Jennifer, and Evelyn laughs, but she, we know she wants Jennifer on that trip, and she laughs and everything because the jokes are funny. Malaysia clowning her a little bit, and she was like, Jennifer's not on an island by herself, and they were like, well, who is she on the island with? And Malaysia talking about some of her lies. She got company on that island with all her lies, but so that's kind of that whole conversation while they're sitting in the room and having champagne and sort of chilling or whatever. Meanwhile, back in the hacienda, back in the United States, Tammy is having a conversation with her girls, explaining to them that her and Reggie are not getting married. And her girls gave her some really good advice. Her girls was like, look, you're not being fair to him. And they were like, flip it around. Look at it from a different point of view. If you were the woman and the man, you thought the man wanted to get married and he was all gung-ho, and then he decided to change his mind, like, how would you feel? Like, you can't hold him back. That's not fair to him. And Tammy, what it sounds to me like Tammy's just afraid. She said, when I was with your father, everything was great. She said, I'm not going to lie. Everything was great. When we were dating, when we first got together, life was lovely. It was wonderful. Then I got pregnant. Then we got married. And it was like, as soon as we got married, it seemed like everything changed. And I'm just really scared. Everything with me and Reggie is just perfect right now. And I'm just really afraid that if we make that commitment to each other and we decided we're going to get married, that it'll just change. Like, it just won't be good anymore. And I 100% understand that. But again, like I said, either you're going to shit or get off the pot. And it's not fair, especially since he's making certain sacrifices to be with you, i.e. children. It's not fair to him, but that's y'all business. That's y'all relationship, and if he like it, I love it. He said he weighed the pros and cons, and he understands what he's giving up and what he's sacrificing, and so if he like it, I love it. All right, let's get back on the plane. Let's fly back over to Amsterdam. The ladies are out to dinner. And, they having a good time, laughing and joking, talking about who's gonna partake in the festivities and who is not. And of course, OG is like, look, I just don't want it I don't want to smoke no weed. I don't want to eat no edibles. I don't want to ingest it in any way. I don't want weed in my body. Like, that's just my, personal choice. And I feel like Shawnee respect that, because at first Shawnee's like, for the people who are a little hesitant, I want to find a way to get them on board. But then I felt like when OG was sort of like letting them know she was kind of serious about it, I feel like she respected it. They kind of joked a bit about her boyfriend smoking weed, which they might well keep that to themselves since he played ball. They might not want to be telling nobody he's smoking weed. But anyway, and she joked about that. She was like, yeah, I guess I have some weed up in me, ha ha ha. But they talked about that a little bit. And, it seemed like they're having a really good time and everything is cool. And then all of a sudden, Evelyn just looks over to Cece and she's like, so you going to ever speak to Shawnee or what? Cece was like, what? Where this coming from? What you talking about? She was like, well, I just think that is really rude. It's Shawnee's trip. We all here because of Shawnee, and you ain't even spoke to her since we got here, since we got on the plane. And Cece was like, I spoke at the airport. And Shawnee was like, no, don't remember that. And she was like, yeah, we all got there at the same time, and and we spoke. And Shawnee was like, no, didn't speak to me. And here's the thing. Evelyn was real mean girl about how she went about the bullshit. However, Cece, I'm sick of you. I'm sick of your passive aggressive. I'm sick of your selective fucking memory. I am sick of it. And like they were all saying at the table, if you said it, just admit you fucking said it. Like, we all been shady. We all done made some nasty ass or shady comments. But just stand in your shit. And what she was saying in her confessional was that maybe she didn't speak to Shawnee because she was keeping her distance from Shawnee because Shawnee's with Evelyn and she was keeping her distance from Evelyn. But when you was at the salt bath or with detox or whatever, you said you ain't really had no beef with Evelyn. Your beef was with Jen and Evelyn by extension. So if Jen is not there, it seems to me like you could have maybe went out of your way to speak to them in the airport if you really didn't want no problems. Like, this passive aggressive shit, I just can't do. I just can't do it with you. You're going to be one or the other. You're going to be A, you're going to be Z, but you can't be fucking in the middle. And that's what you doing. Then, so Evelyn says, well, you know what, since we talking about it, what was up with the comment you made about me not having a job? And of course, Cece's, I never said that. And Kirsten said, no, what you said was, let's go to their place of work. Let's see what they do on a daily basis. And she was like, regardless, it was shade. You were throwing shade, and just admit you was throwing shade. And you were, and that's all you had to say. What you should have said was, yep, I said it. Because since y'all had so much to say about my motherfucking job, where I own my own business and I make really good money with my motherfucking degree, I just wanted to know what the fuck y'all do all day long. That was all I said. So can we have a go to work with Evelyn day? When we get back to LA, I'll be cool with that. That's what the fuck you should have said instead of playing stupid and playing dumb and pretending like you ain't know what the hell everybody was talking about. But then in your confessional, then you want to start talking about that was a private conversation between me and Kristen. No, it wasn't. Y'all was fucking arguing on the street in front of the damn wig shop. Everybody heard y'all arguing. Everybody heard what y'all was talking about. So no, it wasn't a private conversation. And she said, and the only person that, only way they would know about that is if Kristen told them. So once again, Kristen, you betrayed me and threw me under the bus. No, the fuck she didn't. Y'all had a whole conversation that night of the damn wig party. Out on the street. Everybody came out there and heard y'all arguing. I can't do this with Cece. Cece, that's that bullshit. So yes, Evelyn was being mean girl, but a part of me feels like she really wasn't. She was just confronting you about some shit, and you should have just stood in your shit. Because had you stood in your shit, it wouldn't have been a whole lot that Evelyn could have said. It really wouldn't have been a whole lot for Evelyn to say had you just stood in your shit. So then Evelyn said to her, she asked her about something else. She asked her about the job comment. And then she asked her about something else. Damn it. It was something else she asked her about. I don't remember what it was. What the fuck was it? Oh, the Tweedledee Tweedledum thing. Yeah, the Tweedledee Tweedledum. Now, she did stand in that. She was like, yeah, I said it. I called, So, of course, Evelyn was like, bitch, who the fuck you calling dumb? They got to arguing. So, she gonna call her Evelyn. And Evelyn was like, all right, whatever, Lily. And Cece was like, what? What does that mean? What does that mean? And Malaysia had to explain to her, like at the nail salon, the lady at the nail salon. And Cece was like, oh, so we're going to be racist now. Oh, okay, cool. So now we're just going to throw racist comments at each other. So Evelyn was like, whatever, bitch. You going to call me a name, I'm going to call you a name. And if it's racist, oh well. Because I'm a ghetto bitch. What? How we go there? Evelyn, you was out of line. Like, making comments, throwing insults, being shady, yes. But the Lily comment, that was a little racial, and that was out of order. But Evelyn don't give a fuck. Y'all know she don't care. Evelyn's nasty like that. She don't give a fuck. So Cece sort of held her own, but again, I just felt like she needed to just stand in her shit. But she didn't give Evelyn, like, if that had been Evelyn and Tammy, they'd have been jumping across tables in that motherfucking restaurant. So she didn't give her all of that, but she did hold her own a little bit, especially with the Tweedledee Tweedledum thing. She did own the Tweedledee Tweedledum comment. And of course Evelyn talking shit the whole time. Fuck that bitch. She's canceled. I don't have nothing to do with her. Blah, 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 blah. And Kristen is loving it because now she got another ally. She's loving the whole thing. They get on the bus to go back to the hotel, and of course, Jackie's trying to talk to Cece, and Cece's like, no, I'm okay, I'm good. And Jackie's like, well, I'm proud of you. You held your own. Evelyn can be what Evelyn is, but I'm proud that you sort of, you stuck to your guns or whatever. And then she was saying how she was saying that she was mad at Kristen because Kristen didn't stick up for her. But then they flashed back. Kristen said, she told me she could handle herself, that she didn't need me to stick up for her. So, oh well. Nope, I didn't have nothing to say because she told me she had it handled. And they, of course, y'all know they're going to flash back. So they flashed back to that happening to where Kristen said where Cece said she need Kristen to help her or defend her. Well, she ain't help you or defend you, so you can't be mad at her now because you told her you ain't need her help. Especially with the shit y'all been going. Why would you think she was gonna defend you with the shit that y'all got going on? Like, y'all ain't even really on speaking terms. Why would she defend you, family or no family? So then we have Evelyn calling Jennifer. She's still telling Jennifer she need her to come to Amsterdam. I don't fucking understand. I get it for the storyline, but it ain't no way in hell I'm getting on a plane and flying halfway around the world to be around a bunch of bitches who don't like me. The only person in that group right now that got time for you is Kristen and Evelyn. I don't get it. But Evelyn then convinced Jennifer to get her ass on the plane to come off. She said, Tammy's not here, and I just feel like that this will be a perfect opportunity for you to be able to have a one-on-one conversation because, when there's an audience around, people tend to act different. And Evelyn talking about something. I feel like, that Tammy has had her ear, she's had her voice in Shawnee's ear all this time, and now that Tammy's not around, it'll be a perfect opportunity for Jennifer to talk to Malaysia and to Shawnee, and maybe they can resolve everything. No. So Evelyn tells Shawnee, she's like, Shawnee, don't be mad at me, but I invited Jennifer. Like, she built it all up, but I ain't doing all that. She said, but I invited Jennifer. Shawnee was like, you did what? And she told all this to Shawnee about that she felt like they just need to have a one-on-one, and that if they have an opportunity to have a one-on-one, she thinks they'd be able to resolve it. Shawnee said, so let me get this straight. You invited her on the trip that I told you I didn't want her on, to have a conversation with me that I don't want to have with her. She said, so she going to get on a plane and fly all the way over here to have a conversation with me that she could have with me in L.A. that I won't have with her in L.A. So I damn sure not going to have it with her here in Amsterdam. She was like, so if she want to get on a plane and fly all the way over here for me to tell her that here, that's on her. Like, but I'm not going to talk to her. I don't have a conversation for her. I don't have nothing to talk to her about. Like, I don't have nothing to say to her. And I appreciate Shawnee for sticking to her guns, because I was waiting for Shawnee to be like, I mean, well, since she's coming. No, Shawnee was like, yeah, no, I don't know why you said, and she even said that, she was like, I don't even know why you setting your friend up like that, because I don't have nothing for her. So that was pretty much the episode, y'all. Like I said, I feel like, we've all seen the clips of Malaysia throwing chairs and all that other shit. Last we leave off, we see Jennifer is there. Jennifer has arrived in Amsterdam. And that's sort of where the whole thing leaves off. So we will see next week where all this picks up. But honey, it's some bullshit shenanigans is what it is. Peace.